orange hat and blue cape. My hat! All right! My cape! Great!
Look, I'm no stranger to bad DS games. It's almost like it's become a game in itself for you guys. Hey, let's send Derek the worst games we can find. And that's cool, because I think it's funny too. When I stop weeping and the thoughts of suicide wear off, I think it's funny too. So I'm usually prepared for bad games. But this one, this was like I was expecting the left-hand jab, but instead I got, someone dropped a piano on my head.
Good job, Wonder Pet!
So, the Wonder Pets, save the animals! That's 2 exclamation points in that title, one of which comes at the end of a sentence fragment. I'm not sure what upsets me more. And frankly, I'm too flabbergasted by this game to care. This game has 3 adventure modes, each of which lasts about 7 minutes. A few minigames aside, that's about 21 minutes of total single-player gameplay. And currently, the Wonder Pet Save the Animals costs about $21 on Amazon, which averages out to about $1 a minute. Even an ugly stripper would be a better way to spend $1 a minute.
Tuck cape! Tuck shoes! Good job! Good job, Wonder Pet!
Speaking of which, you get to pick out their outfits. No extra charge! That's one of the game's little mini-games, of which there are 3. But the thing is, that dress-up game repeats itself in each of the 3 adventure modes as well. I mean, I'm not gonna count the mini-games in this thing, because frankly, there's already been way too much math in this review. All I'm saying is, that's poopy. And 5-year-olds know poopy. So, quantity aside, what do the mini-games entail? Well, sometimes you get to match stuff, other times you get to trace stuff, and sometimes you get to scream stuff, which, as far as I can tell, are about the only capabilities of a young human. Hardly an impressive bunch. If we were dinosaurs, we'd just eat them, you know? And look at this! Things designed in crayon! Obviously, with a game like this, you don't want things to be complicated, so the approach of the mini-games makes sense. Keep things simple. But it's not that these games are simple. They're god-awful, man. And you know, when each of your main modes only lasts 7 minutes apiece, why not make each one different? That's like writing a haiku and saying you ran out of words. There are lots of words, and you can find them in books. You fucking moron.
Say, pull. What's gonna work? Teamwork. Say, pull.
Well, to its credit, the game does use the stylus and the microphone. It at least uses the unique attributes of the Nintendo DS. And, you know, I guess for little kids, playing a game like this kind of prepares them for the digital world they're growing up in. I don't know. This is a terrible game, you guys. In fact, there's only one good thing about it, and that's this piano thing. I can see kids having fun with this. You can also teach them to play thrash metal riffs. Look, I'm not saying this is bad because it's a kid's game. I'm saying it's a bad kid's game. There are countless games in the App Store that are going to cost less, have better quality, and do a better job of teaching your kid. This one's ugly, it's cheaply made, overpriced, and of course, my friend Jane from Watford, England sent it in. Why thanks, Jane. Bloody kind of you, isn't it? 2 exclamation points. That's ridiculous!
Good job, Wonder Pet. Ready for takeoff.